I remember I was sitting next to my stage manager, and she looks at me and she goes, "They just closed Broadway."
I got the email saying that because of COVID-19, the show was canceled.
When you're in touch with all of your friends who also work in the same industry and you see their companies and their summers shutting down, it was definitely a concern.
Honestly, I didn't know what I was going to do because everything that I do outside of being home is theater.
Because we were hearing that some of our larger, very prestigious organizations were shutting down and not going to provide anything. Certainly for me, and I think for some other board members, it became particularly important to bring something live.
Build a beautiful city. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city. Not a city of angels, but we can build a city of men.
Hi, I'm Danny Taylor.
Soledad Hurst.
Jed Bernstein.
Kevin.
Zoe Brooke Reed, Erica Colarusso,
Jackson Gray.
Esmeralda Moreno Villanueva.
Kristen Goodwin.
Heart by heart now, maybe now we start learning how.
I did not doubt our ability to create a functioning season at all. I feel our team is very strong and very dedicated, and we were ready for the challenge if we were able to move forward with producing.
And as an audience member, it's a pretty wonderful thing to know, particularly as a donor, audience member, and board member, to know that on some little level you help make that happen.
I haven't performed for people since February, which, I mean, for a musical theater major feels like a long time, and even just like singing for one person I haven't done in so long that hasn't been over a screen. And so to have like an audience there and the energy of even like 50 people sitting across from us, like cheering or laughing, it was just wonderful, and I really didn't think it was going to be able to happen this summer, so I'm so grateful.
Everybody who works here was jumping in wherever and whenever they could to make the summer happen.
Me and all my friends, we're all misunderstood. They say we stand for nothing, and there's no way we ever could.
Working with Jed and the board to establish a new season starting in April was a roller coaster ride. We went through about 7 to 9 different scenarios. Do we just cut down on weeks? Do we still do a full musical? Do we go to concerts and cabarets?
It also became clear in early to middle April, that we were going to have to navigate a whole raft of local regulations and rules. That it wasn't just going to be whether we could logistically produce shows, what were going to be the circumstances under which we could produce shows.
We decided to do the season that we produced because it was a safer environment. We're able to keep all the teams in a bubble. Large musicals just don't lend themselves right now to a safe environment. There's a number of people on a small stage. There's very close interaction, and with all the unknowns currently with the COVID situation, it's just safer to go with smaller shows in which we can keep the distance in a cast of 6 or 7. We can have a solo artist on a stage and distance the audience appropriately.
Waiting on the world to change. I know we keep on waiting on the world to change.
We had a great time with all of the students. I just adore all the kids so much and just had such a great experience with them. I think the biggest thing was constantly reminding them that we don't want to share germs and we want to keep all of ourselves and our friends safe. Was a really big thing that we sort of tried to instill in the students, rather than just, this is a rule you have to follow now, and not really explaining to them why.
Staying at home, you don't get too far. Masks are required for anything, everything.
We socially distance, and we all were wearing our masks, so I felt very safe.
We worked really closely with the county and the Board of Health. We had a lot of contacts and meetings, and they were very helpful. They were, they worked through our protocols and our health and safety with us.
Honestly, it was very fast, and we were constantly adapting to everything that was going on around us.
We correctly anticipated that there would be a shortage of masks and other safety equipment, so we ordered them in April so that we would have them here by June. And that worked out good.
We took out all the seating and modified to cabaret seating for a total of 50 patrons. So everybody has a 6-foot radius around them from any other party.
Theater Aspen had a plan and precautions and safety measures put in place.
We would be getting COVID tested when we got there, and we're going to be rehearsing social distance.
We've monitored everybody with symptom tracking within our offices, rehearsal spaces, the theater, and really made sure that everybody who joined us this summer knew and understood the health and safety protocols that we put forth and how it's all of our responsibilities to be team players and keep each other safe.
All of us were in this together wanting to make this work. As an audience member wearing our masks, as performers up there giving it your all because you haven't done it for a long time, staff really making sure the protocols are in place. And then the community, being there for the community at a time when there really was a lot of bleakness.
You know, we were operating on a skeleton crew, we were doing these kind of stripped down productions, and it was really going to be an all hands on deck summer.
Let the sun shine, the sun shining.
We did it. We did 3 shows in a month. Like, that's crazy.
It was an incredible feat to pull off, and we did it, and I'm so grateful to have been a part of it.
The reason I'm in theater is for the people, and so being able to connect with people, with students, with other teaching artists, and everybody was just really, really fed my soul this summer.
Being back in a theater for me was a great experience. I realized how much I missed it, and I realized how much this is what I want to be doing with my life.
The truth is, theater is going to be adapting in these next few months just because of our current climate and everything that's been going on. And so to be a part of one of the first theaters that's figuring out how to make this work, I feel like is such a benefit.
I've been involved with Theater Aspen for, well over a decade, and this is the most proud I have ever felt of the organization.
Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlights keep on. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Streetlights keep on.